Good afternoon, all of you. Thanks for coming by. We want to introduce the PixelSmart to you, which is the first of a new range of smart fixtures that we've designed and created at PixelRange. The key features are that it has 61 channels, which can be individually addressed, precision engineered, CNC'd, in-house aluminium billet this is made from. An ABS thermoplastic back cap and external heatsink make this IP20 rated. There's a choice of dimmer curves, standard, TV and tungsten, and has DMX 512A digital control via 5-pin XLR. It weighs just under 9 kilos, 8.75 kilos, and there's a choice of light diffusing lenses to vary the beam. We wanted to create a new range of products to take us into the next chapter in our history. On the back of the enormous success of the PixelPower 90, which you've probably all seen, the 1044 batten and the 110, amongst other small variations, we as a company were under enormous pressure to not only match the attributes that made those previously mentioned products, but to build on them with a new range and improve the technology with an up-to-date feel. To understand this, it's important to state the reasons the legacy products, as we call them, the older ones, were so loved and successful. It's all home-produced, in-house technology that we build and assemble in the Midlands. It helps us keep all of the maintenance and everything under our own control. So in terms of ongoing maintenance issues or in-house training, we do it all ourselves, so we know exactly what is made from the inside out. Every single washer, nut, chip, everything. The output of our products has been what's considered consistent globally and uncomplicated in control, easy to maintain and easy to source parts and easy to repair if they need repair, which ours are very, very well known for being bulletproof. Some 6 or 7 years after the introduction of the legacy products, almost all of them remain in the field today and are still selling strongly, which is testament to the features I just mentioned. The PixelSmart has to expand on these, and as you can see immediately, it fits the bill in terms of construction and feel. It looks like a PixelRange product, it feels like a PixelRange product, and it will last like a PixelRange product. What we then needed was the inspiration to make this unique and innovative. We spoke to many professionals, then worked closely with the iconic Andy Watson to get a feel for what this product should do. After discarding other video type blocks and battens that we have seen and known for years now, we decided on this product. The PixelSmart innovation is the fact that it can do exactly what the PixelPower can do and others like it, but with better state-of-the-art LEDs, which are now manufactured from Cree, which are kind of universally used, plus have the unique feature of offering full pixel control on every single color of every LED. We combine 12 Cree quad RGBWs, which is a cool white LED, and 13 interspersed XPE Cree warm white LEDs. So you have the red, green, blue and cool white with interfused warm whites. The result is a very flexible fixture that can be used standalone to be a perfect wash fixture with an almost infinite range of colour renditions and texture. Or you could use this as an array to be used to stream simple video images or even icons or logos for each fixture. Eye candy, if you like. So far, we've used this on the Royal Variety performance, Let's Dance on the Comic Relief. It was toured with the rock band Interpol through Europe and through the States. French artist called Jassy, is that right, John? Yeah. Jassy. Now with a band in the North America called Bon Iver, who are now touring over here. These were all primarily with Andy Watson, and the TV ones with Bernie Davis and Tim Routledge. The product has also been the inspiration for the new range of PixelRange battens called Smart Line. They come in 6 foot and 6, 4, 2 and 1 feet sections and are each all individually addressable and feature the same width and pitch height on the LEDs so that you can put battens side by side if needed to again stream simple video. Alternatively, it can just be used for further effects. So it's a great cyclite item. It can also be used with diffusion for the same purpose, or individual addressable, which puts it in a different bracket to other battens. So the whole ethos that came from this has been put through the whole range. So not only is the innovation of this what we're talking about here, but it's what we call now the smart range. I just wondered if it's okay, before we get John to show you some of the features, just to give you Andy Watson's feedback from his tour. Is that okay? Yeah? He put, to me, there is a logical progression from designing fixtures composed of large blocks of discrete individually coloured LEDs to creating fixtures that have a number of individually controllable composite LED sources. I think part of my duty as a designer is to encourage manufacturers to create fixtures that give greater controllability, consistency and better colour. I think the range of pastel colours that these fixtures produce is much better than I initially expected. The addition of the white, the red, blue and green elements of each RGBW cell means that the PixelSmarts can produce very soft colours which retain delicacy without appearing washed out or inconsistent across the beam. And just one last bit before I hand over to John. Andy added at the end, I truly believe that a lighting design in terms of its physical components should be a result of the search for the best tools to create a visual construct that actually exists in a designer's imagination. To that end, it is never important to have new lights on a new tour simply because they are new. However, when a product is released that provides a way to more accurately reproduce a designer's dream, or which makes the programming or implementation much easier and more reliable, then it is always wonderful to have such fixtures available. Using PixelSmarts on the Interpol tour meant, that with only a small system we could create dynamic visual states that were very synesthetically linked to the music. The fixture's weight, size and power requirements meant that we needed very little in terms of infrastructure to make the shows happen. I can't think of any other fixtures that would have enabled us to have the show we did. So if we'd just like to, John, run through some of the features that we've got there. Let me get out of your way.
Okay. Well, I've been showing this earlier. It's a combination fixture. You can run it as a straightforward wash fixture. As you see, it'll do any number of colours. These are running at 650 milliamps per LED, so they're quite high brightness fixtures. But dispersed with that, you'll end up with fixtures which like LEDs, which you can pick individually to create patterns. This will just channel through these chases I've just quickly programmed. It's difficult to give the full impact of these with just one fixture. These are useful. With some smoke, you would see this gives you very much a narrow beam, 6-degree beam. Because you can do things like this with it, it gives you the opportunity to make moving feel, rain effects, that sort of thing.
You can make sort of standing objects appear moving.
Absolutely, and you can combine any number of these. These are just internal chases basically, but if you're programming them with a proper desk, then you can get amazing features from them.
Can I just add one point? We found mainly, before we ask if you have any questions, most people, programmers and designers we put it in front of have first sort of said, it's a pixel park. Doesn't really get it. And it's very hard to show the actual the real possibilities with one fixture. We sort of leave it with them for a few minutes and then they start to go, hold on a second, maybe we can do that and we can do this. And everyone that's used it so far has kind of fallen in love with it within a very short space of time, because it just gives them so many more possibilities of what they can do. Yes, it's a pixel part, it can do that, but for very little more, so much more is possible. And the idea is the whole range of products that it's spawned all carry the same ethos, so it's a new direction for us, and for that reason we think it's innovative. Have you got any questions, anyone?
Can you show me a slow fade to black?
Yep.
Try.
I don't expect us to operate it now. do on that?
What's the IP rating? What's it?
IP20.
And what's the retail price?
The list price is $2,750. To put that in perspective, a Pixel Par is 18 or 19.50. Forgive me, it's £100 either way.
You're saying it's $2,750, right?
Yeah, UK. Here you go, Richard. I think he's going to show you a dim now. Are you running now? Oh, he's just writing a quick cue for that. I mean, when Tim used it in the Royal Variety, for instance, he used it as if I may just show you from one of our brochures on the back. Have you got a brochure down, Tim? That's all right, I got. He was using it in the background, which I think is nice that it's discreet. But then on other performances like the Kylie one here, he actually mapped a Space Invader logo face into it because that was the theme of the show. So he was able to do a lot of different things with the same fixture, and they really liked it because it was discreet behind the back, it wasn't in their face, but they could do a lot more. And since then they've come back to us and sort of said, now that we know how we can use it, there's a lot more other avenues that we can take it down. No. They haven't toured since it's been developed. I mean, we would like to hope possibly that's going to happen on their next tour, but we don't know when that would be. But my history with that is I kind of knew Andy from my time with MA when he did his last tour, which is the one that was so spectacular with the VersaTubes, etc. And I wanted to incorporate his ideas into our new fixtures, and he loves this. I mean, he's used it on all his subsequent shows, with the exception of the Arctic Monkeys, who are very much against anything that's LED. Apparently, they only like to use traditional fixtures. Are you there, mate? Okay, we're just about to show you this now.
This piece right here. Is that power supply or something?
This piece on the back here is the only thing that we don't really make in-house. It's made locally, but we don't do plastic, so it's formed locally. But it gives us the option of making this item also further IP rated if necessary, because we see it really as an indoor fixture. Yeah. To be perfectly honest, you know, Pixel Pars to date have been used outdoor without any real IP rating to speak of, and they still work. Yeah. All we really need to do is add tails to make it up to sort of an IP54 rating. Yeah.